I just got the nod, so I guess we're ready to go. Good morning, everybody. I'd like to call to order our regular meeting Tuesday, February 1st, 2022 at 10 a.m. All three of the supervisors are here in Globe. Steve, would you like to lead us in the pledge? And our invocation will be given by Marion Billing. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You'd please bow your heads. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity to serve your people in all we do at work and in our community. Keep us always mindful of our responsibilities of stewardship and the blessings in our lives and the freedoms and callings you place upon us to remain steadfast, humble, and true. Help us preserve in integrity the gift of faith and walk the path of salvation you trace for us. All this we pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Okay, 2A. Information discussion action to consider a liquor license application. County number LL-21-08 submitted by a Margie Kaur Nagre, I guess. I hope I got close. For the transfer of a Series 9 liquor store license with an interim permit to operate at Spring Creek Store, Highway 88, Globe. And issue a recommendation to the Arizona Department of Liquor License and Control whether the license should be granted. And is that 188? I believe it's 188. Because it's before the dam. I think 88 goes down behind the dam.
Okay, you may be correct.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just checking because I don't want us to give them information that they say, no, wrong information. I got a nod from Steve that it was 188, so.
Thank you, I'll correct that.
Okay. And the only reason is because I live there and I go there every day, so. Okay, thank you. Marion Shepherd.
Thank you, Chairman Humphrey and board members. As stated, this is a liquor license application, and the Department of Liquor Licenses and Control has issued an interim permit to operate. So really, it's just a transfer. Mr. Nagra purchased the liquor license at Springs Creek Store. As with all liquor license applications, we do an internal review process to make sure there's no permitting issues with other departments. The treasurer does look at the property and the property owner to see if they are current on property taxes for all property owned in Gila County. Everything's good. So with all liquor licenses, we have to have a public hearing, and then I just recommend proceeding with the public hearing, as I did not receive closing comments from anyone living within a 3-mile radius of the Spring Creek.
Okay, thank you. Members of the board, Supervisor Christensen, any comments?
Thank you, no. I'm
Supervisor Klein?
No, sir, I'm good.
Okay, then I'll open it up to the public. Do we have any public in Payson that would care to comment on this transfer liquor license?
No, sir.
I see no one here in Globe, so I will close the public hearing and call for a motion.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, I'll move to recommend that the Arizona Department of Liquor Licenses and Control approve the liquor license application submitted by Amarjeet Kaur Nagra for Spring Creek Store.
Mr. Chair, I'll second that.
Having a motion and a second, all in favor do so by saying aye.
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 Aye. Item is approved unanimously. Okay. Moving on to 3, regular agenda item, information, discussion, action to adopt resolution number 22-02-01, naming the new Gila County Complex in Payson as the county, as Gila County Tommy C. Martin Complex. Mr. Minlow, good morning.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, good morning. Thank you for the opportunity to bring this forward to you. Tommy Klein Martin, a former member of the Gila County Board of Supervisors, was a third-generation Gila County native, born and raised in Payson and Star Valley, Arizona. Tommy's upbringing in a ranching family inspired her to pursue a 25-year career in natural resource management, a career that developed her expertise throughout the America West, Western Canada, Northern Mexico, Somalia, and Ethiopia in Eastern Africa. Tommy was first elected to the Gila County Board of Supervisors in 2004, had served 4 distinguished terms in office, and had been re-elected to serve an additional term before her sudden passing. Tommy was passionate about protecting forested communities, spearheading the development of the Northern Gila County Wildfire Protection Plan, promoting fire-wise communities, and building innovative infrastructure, such as the nationally acclaimed system utilizing strategically placed helicopter-accessible water bladders to deploy a rapid response to suppress emerging forest fires. Tommy was also passionate about promoting environmentally sound forest industries in Arizona, serving as a longtime leader in the partnership that led to the Forest Restoration Initiative, and often cautioned stakeholders, you can let it earn or you can let it burn, as she advocated for common sense solutions to improve the health of our forested lands. Tommy's expertise, friendly demeanor, and collaborative style earned her the confidence of county elected officials in Arizona and across the country, leading to her selection for prestigious leadership positions, such as the President of the County Supervisors Association of Arizona, President of the Eastern Arizona Counties Organization, President of the Western Interstate Region of the National Association of Counties, and Chairwoman of NACO's Public Lands Steering Committee. Tommy also demonstrated an unselfish dedication to serving and improving the lives of the people of Gila County, the state of Arizona, and the residents in public lands counties across the United States. Her hard work, honesty, humility, and humor will continue to influence countless people as a positive example of selfless service to Gila County. Mr. Chairman, members of the board, we know the contributions that Supervisor Martin gave to Gila County. They're tremendous and gave us all a great legacy in following the things that she began and she started. And it is my proposal that the new facility that we have in Payson, that it be named the Tommy C. Martin Complex officially. I know that Sherry's preparing, with your approval, we'll prepare a plaque that we can put inside the building to commemorate that and recognize Supervisor Martin, who passed while she was in office and passed before she could enter her term that she had just been elected for. So with great pleasure, and I appreciate the opportunity to be able to present to you and for your consideration of naming the building Tommy C. Martin Complex.
Well, thank you. Okay, Supervisor Christensen, comments?
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, James. And I think it's a great idea. May I make a suggestion, though? Her name was Klein, and I think that's important that we would, in rather abbreviate that with a C, that we would use her the full Klein name in that. That's my suggestion.
Thank you.
James, thank you. I think it's real appropriate to do that for Tommy, and she was a big asset to Gila County, so for all those years, and I think that'd be great to to name that in her honor. So, thank you.
Yeah, I think that would be a great thing to help honor her and be able to do something back for her as she did so much for all of us and guiding us in the way we went. So, thank you. If there's no further questions or comments, I'll call for a motion.
Mr. Chair, I'll make the motion to adopt resolution number 22-02-01.
I will second that.
Can
Having a
we-
motion and a second, all in favor, do so by...
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
could we change that if we want to go with the Tommy Klein Martin building? Or do we want to do Tommy C. Martin?
If you're asking me, I'd rather see Tommy Klein Martin on there.
Okay, then if we could amend the motion to say Tommy Klein Martin
Okay,
in the resolution.
I'll do that. So I'll make the motion to amend the resolution that will say Tommy Klein Martin Complex and approve resolution number 22-02-01.
Second that.
Okay, now we've got a motion and a second on using Klein in the name, full name. And so, okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, do so by saying aye.
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 Aye. Item was approved unanimously. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. If I could take a moment more, that the status of the facility is that the recorder and the assessor's office has been in the building for several weeks, actually about a month. And yesterday, we received a certificate of occupancy for the building, so we can utilize it, start utilizing it. There's one little hitch that we're waiting for, is the parking on the west side of Colcord that we are not able to hold. The request is by community development that we don't hold meetings in the big conference room because we don't have the parking availability. Until that is done, that parking lot, we have to wait till the temperature gets a little bit warmer so that we can put the asphalt down. And so that's expected to be mid to late March that we'll be able to, it'll be fully functional. But as far as your offices and all the rest of the elected officials that will be placed there, it is open certificate of occupancy and can be fully functional other than the large conference room. So any questions about that?
No, that's fine.
Okay, great, thank you.
Okay, moving on. Regular agenda item 3B, information discussion action to approve amendment number 1 to the intergovernmental agreement contract number IGA 2021-069 between the Arizona Department of Health Services and Gila County Health and Emergency Management Department, which replaces the scope of work and updates the price sheet from a total contract amount of $172,350 from September 1st, 2021 through September 29th, 2022. Good morning, Mr. O'Driscoll.
Good morning, Chairman, members of the board. So this item is our annual funding from the State Health Department to deal with some of the opioid issues we have across the country and in particular Gila County. So this is, the annual award is about $147,000. And when we started this program in 2015, when the Gila County Board approved our first grant for opioid prevention, Arizona was ranked in the top 10 of the state for the number of opioid pills that were being prescribed. So on one hand, that funding allowed us to work with the local prescribers to reduce the number of opioids that are being prescribed, and that was quite successful. We went from the top 10 in the state down to, I think we're number 28th right now. So it was a very successful program. However, because we've reduced the number of pills that are being prescribed, and then it drives up the cost of the pills. So what we're seeing now is we're seeing a synthetic opioid called fentanyl. We're seeing a huge amount of fentanyl coming into Gila County and other states. And so what this does is this sort of shifts the focus from opioids to fentanyl to see if we can't work with law enforcement and other agencies to reduce the amount of fentanyl that's being made in Gila County to prevent a lot of the overdoses that we've been seeing. So that's what you see as the change of some of the deliverables in this IGA. But again, it's still in line with the opioid prevention and drug prevention program. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Supervisor Christensen, do you have any questions?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Michael. So this is based on prescription medication, so you're asking the doctors to prescribe less or something else?
So before this program came into Arizona, the prescribing physicians had no way of checking whether you were pill shopping.
Oh.
In other words, I could go into a physician's office, say, and request opioids, and then go to a physician's office next door, and there was no way to check if I was just pill shopping. So Arizona started a state database for prescribing physicians to log into and utilize, so they're able to determine if this patient in front of them, when was the last time they were prescribed opioids.
I see.
And so in Gila County in 2015, we had 0 physicians that were utilizing this database. Now we have almost all of them. So we've done a really good job with that. Unfortunately, what we're seeing now is the addictions to opioids is going more towards fentanyl.
Okay.
And that's what we're trying to deal with now.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, you bet you, sir.
Supervisor Klein?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Michael, thank you. You guys have come a long way for that, and I don't know what the cure is for the opioid problem and the fentanyl problem. Well, I do know, but anyway, thank you. Thank you for everything you do.
You're welcome, sir.
Okay. I have no questions or comments, so I'll call for a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move to approve the amendment number 1 to the IGA contract number IGA 2021-069.
And Mr. Chair, I'll second that.
Having a motion second, all in favor, do so by saying aye.
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 Aye was approved unanimously. Moving on to C, and Michael, you get this one too.
You betcha.
Information, discussion, action to approve the Delta Dental of Arizona Foundation 2022 grant agreement in the amount of $20,000 plus the additional $744 in smile bags, dental hygiene supplies to be used for the period January 1st, 2022 through December 31st, 2022 for the underserved population of children, their parents, pregnant women, and seniors in Gila County.
Good morning again, members of the board. So for this particular grant, we asked for $30,000 and we were awarded $20,000. This $20,000 is to also assist us with getting our dental program off the ground, which is exciting. We've had a challenge in finding a dentist who we could utilize. We need a licensed dentist that actually works with Access. We just recently found a dentist that we're able to work with. So with this grant funding and with that dentist in place, we're able to move forward with providing the services to the underserved and underinsured children and other residents in Gila County. And this is the award of that $20,000 to accept that award. I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Supervisor Christensen.
No questions, thank you.
Supervisor Klein.
I'm good. Thank you, Michael. Good deal.
Again, thanks for all you keep up with and keep rolling, man. I appreciate it very much.
Welcome.
Okay, if there's no further comment.
Mr. Chair, I'll make the motion to approve the Delta Dental of Arizona Foundation 2022 grant agreement in the amount of $20,000 plus an additional $744 in smile bags.
I will second that.
Having a motion second, all in favor do so by saying aye.
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 Aye. Item was approved unanimously. Michael, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to D. Information, discussion, action to approve amendment number 3 to contract number 050619 with Synergy Petroleum LLC for bulk fuel and lubrications that were previously contracted under Fuelco Energy LLC with a contract balance of $514,931 to July 22nd, 2022. Steve Sanders, welcome back. Good to see you.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Chairman, board members. Fuel Co. was sold to Synergy, or a portion of Fuel Co. was sold to Synergy. The portion that serves us was sold. Therefore, we need to amend the contract to have a contract with Synergy to finish out the contract year to be able to continue to receive fuel and purchase fuel from Synergy. Fuel Co. or Synergy has told us that they're no longer intending to serve this area. They will honor the contract, so we'll be coming back to you probably in May for go out to advertise for a new fuel contract. But happy to answer any questions you have now.
Supervisor Christensen.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. No, seems simple enough. Thanks.
Thank you.
Supervisor Klein.
I'm good, thanks, Steve.
And I have no questions, so I'll call for a motion.
Mr. Chair, I'll move to approve the amendment number 3 to contract number 050619.
And I'll second that, Mr. Chair.
Having a motion and a second, all in favor do so by saying aye.
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 Aye. Item was approved unanimously. Steve, you got the next couple. Information, discussion, action to authorize the chairman to sign the grant and agreement award number NR 229457XXXXC002 with the Natural Resources Conservation Services to receive funding in the amount of $8,230,029.75 through the Energy Watershed Protection Program. Steve, that's yours.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, board members. This is a result of the Telegraph fire. We've been before you numerous times on this. This is to actually sign the grant agreement to receive the funds for 4 projects in the Globe Miami area as a result of the Telegraph fire. Those projects are already in the design phase and underway. But this does come with a 25% match that Department of Forestry and Fire Management has agreed to fund. So this is at no cost to Gila County. It's a concern, but we're working with NRCS. If the board signs this today, it goes back to NRCS. Once they sign it, it starts a 220-day clock to get all the projects finished. But we're aware of it and working with them on that. But be happy to answer any questions you have.
Supervisor Christensen.
Thank you. No questions. Thank you.
Supervisor Klein.
No question, just a comment. Steve, thanks for hanging in there with this. It's been a long time getting to this point, so good job. Thanks.
So this $8 million is more than just one project, right?
Correct.
It's like 4 projects.
4 projects: Bloody Tank Swash in Miami, Russell Gulch in the unincorporated area, Ice House Canyon, and Six Shooter Canyon.
Okay, and if we sign all 4 of these on at the same time, are we ready to manage all 4 of them at the same time for
Yeah, yes, we are.
220 days? Okay, well, good enough then. I have no further questions, and I'll call for a motion.
Mr. Chair, I'll make the motion to authorize the chairman's signature on the grant and agreement award number NR 229457 XXXXC002 with the Natural Resources Conservation Service to receive funding in the amount of $8,230,029.75.
I will second.
Having a motion second, all in favor do so by saying aye.
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 Aye. Item was approved unanimously. Steve, you're this one too. On F, information, discussion, action to authorize the chairman to sign the grant and agreement award number NR 229457 XXXXC003 with the National Resource Conservation Services to receive funding in the amount of $93,248.25 through the Emergency Watershed Protection Program.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. This mirrors the previous one, other than it's related to the bushfire and it's in Tonto Basin, but all of the criteria will be the same. It will address three projects in Tonto Basin: Landing Creek, which is off Dryer Drive, the Butcher Hook RV Park, is the Butcher Hook Wash runs through the RV park. They experienced flooding in Sycamore Creek below the Mattis Hill Ranch. Happy to answer any questions you have.
Okay. Supervisor Christensen.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So this is different in the fact that we have to do a match though, right?
We will do a match on this, but DIFM has agreed to pay our 25% match.
Oh, they are, okay, great.
And they're also
Yeah.
paying, I didn't mention in the previous one, they're also paying for the design of these projects. So
Okay.
it's basically 100% covered.
Okay, thank you, that clarifies that, thanks.
Supervisor Klein.
Steve, is there a reason why we split these grants? Are they, I mean, we didn't just get it in one lump sum?
Two different fires.
Okay.
Two different locations, according to NRCS.
Yeah.
Two different watersheds.
Okay. And so with the 3 projects that are out there on the bushfire, that's going to cover the bushfire? We're going to be pretty well wrapped up on that now?
Hopefully, it's the 3 that we've identified needing the most from. There's another one in Walnut Creek. It's transportation related. This program doesn't pay for transportation related, but DIFM is funding that one also.
Okay, thank you.
Certainly.
Okay, I have no questions or comments, so I'll call for a motion.
Mr. Chair, I move to authorize the chairman's signature on the grant and agreement award number NR 229457XXXXC003 with the Natural Resource Conservation Services to receive funding in the amount of $930,248.25.
And Mr. Chair, I'll second that.
Having a motion and second, all in favor do so by saying aye.
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 Aye. Item was approved unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Moving on to G, information discussion action. Vote to go into executive session pursuant to the ARS 38-431.03A3 for legal advice with the attorney or attorneys of the Board of Supervisors regarding agreement number 01062022 between Gila County and Anarch in the Storm for the sale of surplus property for $1 to assist Anarch in the Storm with its operation of an adult daycare and individuals with developmental disabilities in Payson. And when reconvened in the regular meeting, vote to approve the or disapprove agreement number 01062022. Melissa Busan.
Should I explain or
Well,
a little more, or
we go
should
in-
we ask for?
Chairman.
yes.
So in order to enter into this agreement, there are certain findings that the board needs to make. So I would recommend going into an executive session so that we can discuss that.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you want Melissa to proceed with her presentation and then we can go into executive session, or for us to go into executive session first.
I guess I'm going to refer back to the board to see if they'd like to get more familiar with it out here or in there. Supervisor Christensen, do you have a preference? Supervisor Klein, do you have a preference?
Well, I'd be willing to listen to Ms. Buzan's presentation before we go into executive
As
session.
long as it doesn't
Nope.
create any issues.
Nope, that's
Okay,
perfect.
yes, Melissa, if you would, Supervisor Klein?
Works for me.
Okay, then Melissa, would you continue, please?
Okay, well, good morning, Chairman and
Morning.
members of the board. I'm here to request that we sell the surplus property from our Payson DTA, our day program that we formerly had under the guest program that we had to close because of COVID. We have surplus property within the building, and we have 3 vehicles. They are off the rolls as far as our assets go. They were bought, we bought this equipment specifically for this program and with the program grant dollars. It was a fee-for-service program, and so if the board so chooses, we can help a nonprofit supply the same service that we have had in Payson under their umbrella, and I think it would be put to good use. It also would help with 2 jobs that they will rehire 2 of the people that we had to lay off.
Thank you very much. I guess we'll hold off on questions now that we've got this information, and I'll call for a motion to go into an executive session.
Mr. Chair, I'll make the motion to go into executive session on this item.
I will second.
Having a motion and a second to go into executive session, all to do so by saying aye.
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 Aye. I will see you in executive session. Thank you.
this it here, this? That doesn't. Okay.
Okay, I would like to reconvene the Board of Supervisors meeting today. And so now that we are finished, would Supervisor Klein, would you like to make a motion?
It'll be Supervisor Christensen.
Oh, Supervisor Christian, would you care to make a motion?
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So before I make the motion, I will say that I had some objections that have been met, so I will move to accept agreement number 01062022 between Gila County and an Ark in the Storm for the sale of surplus property in Exhibit A, which is unnecessary for the county to use, and for consideration of $1 to assist in an Ark in the Storm for the public purpose of the operation of an adult care for individuals with developmental disabilities in Payson.
And I'll second that, Mr. Chair.
Having a motion and a second, all in favor do so by saying aye.
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 Aye. Item was approved unanimously. Okay, thank you,
very
Melissa.
much. Thank you.
Moving on, we'll go to 5. Call to the public. Do we have any? Whoa,
4.
Whoa. 4.
Consent.
Wait, I'm lost.
Consent.
For what? Consent agenda. Oh, okay, yeah,